to Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2024 Blade Show. And always run into old friends here, and you know it wouldn't be Blade Show without Joe Flowers and
hey
Condor
guys,
Tool and Knife.
how are you doing, Brian?
I'm doing great.
We both still have our voices. We're kind of getting better at this. You had some kind of Dick Tracy watch where you're looking at the video before you started it. That blew my mind.
Yeah, so I really am amazed, by the way, that it's 2 days into a show and you don't sound like a frog.
I'm getting better at it, guys. Today's episode is brought to you by Entertainer's Secret for dry throats and for singing for a long time.
That's pretty cool. So
we got kukris.
Yeah, I just saw this. I don't know if you're familiar with the show Alone, but Alan Kay is a Georgia guy, and he won the first season of Alone.
Correct.
And using this was his main tool, his cutting tool. And he used the heck out of it. And I just saw it, I thought, is that the Alan Kay Alone kukri? He said, yes, it is. So this is really cool. If you're looking for that knife, here's where you get it.
Condor Tool Knife. Now that's the HD kukri. When Alan won the show Alone, we kind of wanted to pay homage to the fact that he kicked some butt over there on the show. So we made the K-Tac kukri. It has a welded pommel, a little bit more tactical on the back, and a Kydex sheath. So this Kydex sheath is a ton of Kydex. As opposed to the HD kukri, which is a little bit more of the wood style leather sheath. And now we're talking about kukris and going kukri cuckoo. Oh gosh.
Cuckoo.
Yeah, this is what happens. Cuckoo for kukris. The King Kukri, speaking of the letter K, has a huge fuller on the inside to make it very, very lightweight. So you think it'd be really heavy, but it's actually a very, very adept.
Not much different from that one.
Right. It's a very adept blade, and I think that's the sexiness that I really wanted to see. It's hard to do that in a factory. This chira is normally done with some of the handmade Tibetan and Himalayan kukris that are out there on even like they use a big old ball bearing for an anvil. And so they'll get like a big fuller right there.
So it has the advantage of being bigger.
Yeah, it does. It's bigger, but it's still quick. Yeah. You know, there is some thoughts about that recess having less surface area when you're splitting and batoning, but I don't know if that's true or not, guys.
It's very well balanced, I tell you that.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of balanced, which I am not, we have something new for 2024. The Bush Scott, you may have seen this at SHOT Show, but the sample we had at SHOT Show didn't have this beautiful relief on it. And that's really what set this knife, different. If we just had that, if we just had this plain Bush Scott, which is a scan-do, the Highlanders from Scotland had this knife on their side, in their underneath their kilt in their sock. But we wanted to do a bushcraft version of that scan-do, and that's where the Bush Scott came from.
That's pretty cool.
And we had this Celtic style basket weave on there and a Celtic knot on there just to give it, a little bit of a different flavor.
Give you a little close up of that. Look at that.
14C 28N. So it's good for if it's next to your sweaty calf. And you can get it now on condortk.com.
As we say in Georgia, ain't she purty?
Hey, purty. I like it too. There are a lot of pretty knives here. Gosh.
So it's set up you can use this for neck knife?
Yeah, and we tried to make it removable so that people can either put it to a belt system where you can put it Ulti-Clip on there or some other type of item that you might want, or take that off completely and tuck it in something as well.
Very, very cool. And this is, again, called the Bush Scott.
Bush Scott. I'm pretty excited about that.
What the map price on this is?
I think it's around $90, I believe. But guys, I never know the prices right away.
Super nice.
I just designed.
Super nice.
Sorry, Internet.
Got a little bit of jimping here.
Yes. And just a tiny bit. That I'm always learning too. My one of my bosses, he knows knives really, really well. And he goes, Joe, because this is bilateral or the same on both sides, you might not know which side the blade that you're pulling out because
So the jimping gives you an index point.
Exactly, it's an index point. And you know what? Out of all my years thinking about knife stuff, sometimes I don't even think about that because I'm go. And that was a smart addition to this design.
Yeah, that is really cool, and it's a really cool knife.
When Chuck Norris's parents had nightmares, they come to his bedroom.
As always, it's great to talk to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you told me yesterday, we had a conversation.
Yeah.
That you're going back to the Amazon.
Yep,
like
Thursday.
Next week.
Yeah, I'm going Thursday. So a lot of stuff's been happening and still going on. Joe updates. I've been on Discovery Channel on this show called The Worst Expedition Ever. You guys can go check that out on Discovery. Next week, I'm going with somebody from the Discovery Channel, Matt Graham, who is on Dual Survival, Dude You're Screwed, Bushcraft Build Off, a whole list. And we're going atlatl fishing. And we're going spear fishing down in the Amazon jungle. So you can come on that if you guys want. Bushcraft Global, if you can get there by next Thursday, come on down.
And Matt's like an atlatl expert.
Yeah, he really is. And he's just this huge, fit, dude. I'm going to look horrible next to him.
And he helped me at SHOT Show get one of my first bow drill fires.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
oh, gosh. We had him going
that.
crazy, and we didn't get kicked out at all. It was awesome. I'll tell him you said, hey.
Yeah,
I might be able to drag him down here next year, Internet, if you guys want to see him. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. Anyway.
Brian, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much, as always. I'm
Absolutely.
glad you got your voice. Joe's kind of manning the booth here, so the people, as soon as we set the tripod up, people started buying knives. So I don't want to cut down on their commerce, but I really appreciate you watching.
It's a break for me. This is great. Let's just pretend to talk for a little while.
Yeah. I told him since the tripod got set up, people come. I'll rent him the tripod.
Dude, as soon as the tripod set up, everybody started throwing money out. It was awesome. That's a really cool tripod.
So anyway, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2024 Blade Show. And remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.